Welcome to the Founder Shift. My name is Rochelle Leerling, for founders who build something real and are ready to scale without losing themselves in the process. Short episodes, no fluff, real shifts. Let me describe your morning. You sit down to work, you have something really important that you want to work on, think through, like a decision that you need to make, something that actually needs your brain. Then you open your laptop and there's a Slack message, and it's quick, you can see that from the preview, so you decide to answer it. And then there's another one, so you decide to answer it. And then somebody CC'd you in an email that, probably doesn't need your input, but would be great, so you skim it anyway. And then a team member pops up with their head into the office, like, do you have 2 minutes for that? Or they call you, do you have 2 minutes for something? And you say yes, because that's what always being available means. And by the time that you look up and you've gone through all this stuff, it's been an hour. And the thing that you set yourself down to think about hasn't happened yet. That's what I call the invisible tax. Not the big thing that steals your time, but 100 small things that all add up together. And in the end, you just have a really busy week where you can't get anything done. The Slack message that took 2 minutes actually cost you 20 because you're switching between two things that need your attention. That takes up a lot of headspace. Research is pretty clear on it, so getting back into deep thinking after an interruption on average takes 20 minutes. So I'll just quickly answer this, like the 2-minute thing is never 2 minutes. Plus, you don't get to do what you needed to do after because you lose the time. Founders do this dozens of times per day. And here's what makes it hard to stop, because staying available feels like leadership. It feels like you're being there for your team, feels like you're part of what they're doing, you're part of the mission, but you don't want to be that founder that's doing stuff behind the doors because people are drowning and you want to help them out. That's coming from a great place, actually. But there's a difference between being accessible and being constantly interruptible. And most founders have collapsed those two things into one. When you're always available, you're telling your team without words that you're here to answer everything at any moment. And also that there's no need to solve things themselves, that you're always there to answer things for them. They don't need to think. So they actually stop developing the habit of solving things themselves. And you stay in the middle of everything, as we said before, and you wonder why nothing changes. This is why golden hours, as I've mentioned many times before, exist. This is protected time, blocks of time where you're generally unavailable. Not like, I'll try to do this in the morning. No, it's like you're unavailable, unreachable, and you don't do anything else except for that one important thing, which could be thinking time, instead of just doing something. Because your best thinking doesn't just happen in between 30-minute slots. It happens when you have unbroken stretches of time, when you're deliberately protecting that time, because nothing will ever be protected from that in your day. So most founders I work with, they resist this at first. Like, what if something urgent comes up? What if they need me? What if a meeting needs to happen at that time? Basically, try to avoid it. Try to really protect it, and nothing urgent will come up, I assure you. Most of it can wait, because urgency is a habit. It's not reality, to be honest. The cost of staying available isn't just time, it's like the thinking that you never do. That's what making you reactive instead of strategic. And that strategic session that you're always thinking about that you need to do doesn't get done. And so the business of the future doesn't get built because nobody else does the work that you should be doing. So your most important work needs your full attention. And so your full attention needs to be protected before everything goes wild into your day. So block that time, hold it, let the Slack message wait, train your team that you're unavailable in certain slots, and that's the only thing you need to do. That is your actual job. Okay, that's it for today. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Link is in the description. Send me a message and let me know what resonated for you. I'd love to hear it.